I'm seeing some stuff on social media and it's getting on my nerves. It is pissing me off. Gotta be honest. All right. Because it is disgusting. And that is the slander of the English Premier League and the English Premier League teams. Primarily because Real Madrid had a 3-0 victory over Manchester City. Yes, that is disrespectful to Real Madrid. The intention not to give Real Madrid full credit for what they were able to do against Manchester City is not good at all. It is unsportsmanlike. That is a deliberate attempt to diminish what we accomplished against Manchester City. Yeah, it should not be happening. So, the English Premier League and the English Premier League clubs are very good. Okay? Let's not forget there are 6 English Premier League teams in the round of 16 right now in the Champions League. And 5 of those teams finished in the top 8 of the Champions League table. So what are we talking about? And when you contrast that to La Liga, Villarreal finished 35th. They were only better than a Champions League debutant Kairat Almaty from Kazakhstan. They finished 36th. Athletic Bilbao finished 29th. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, they had to go to the playoffs to make it to the round of 16. So what are we talking about? Barcelona drew with Manchester United. I mean, may God forbid. Newcastle United. So this narrative of English Premier League is overrated or the English Premier League teams are this or that. Listen, guys, this is disrespectful to us. This should not have been the conversation by any stretch of anyone's imagination. All right, we should be talking about how dominant Real Madrid was yesterday, March 11, 2026, against Manchester City. And the performance we saw from Federico Valverde. That is not something you see on the regular. It's not normal. This guy was showing up like a striker. Scored 3 beautiful goals. While also covering as a right back and playing his role as a midfielder. That is beyond extraordinary. So these are the things we should be talking about. Not just Real Madrid fans, but even, rival fans. Because for neutral fans, that should be the expectation. And not to just, divert our attention to the English Premier League teams or the English Premier League. We are not going to buy that. You guys should try harder to sell it, okay? Because the marketing team is not good enough. It's not good enough. Because it is BS. It is BS. Making excuses about what Pep Guardiola did and what he should have done. But these are the same people that will be out here today if Manchester City had won, calling Pep Guardiola a great tactician. The greatest coach of all time. He tweaked this, he tweaked that, and was still able to get a result against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 explaining. He was outcoached yesterday by Alvaro Arbeloa. I'm not talking about any other given day. But yesterday, March 11, 2026, he was outcoached. Alvaro Arbeloa had a better plan. And he was properly executed by the Real Madrid team. That is what we should be talking about. And we should be talking about having an 18-year-old Thiago Pitach in that midfield. And Dean Howson returning from injury and putting that type of performance. Forlan Mendy returning from injury and playing like a monster. Unfortunately, he got injured back. We should be talking about not having a player like Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Eder Militao. All these guys are missing. And we were able to put up that type of performance that nobody saw coming. We shouldn't even be tired of talking about this. All right? We should be talking. And when I say we, not just Real Madrid fans, but football. That is what we should be talking about. And not to try to slander the English Premier League or the English Premier League teams. try to redirect the narrative, generate some kind of narrative to take away the credit or the compliment that Real Madrid fully deserved. That is disrespectful. And I'm disappointed in all of these people that are pushing those narratives. Okay, no, that is not the case. That is not what we should be talking about. Let us talk about what we did. And if you have any different opinion, let me know in the comment section, please. But until then, catch you later. Peace out.